Hi everyone, my name is Gurmeet. Today, first of all, I would be like to acknowledge the Nepali people of the tradition custody of the Nagbre country, which I will learn from National Museum Australia video from unit material. I pay my respect to their elder past and present and first nation people who culture and connection of country continue to enrich our community. My story is a Netta story is a heartbroken when we look at the stone generation, a time in Australia history when individual children have been taken from their household by government rules. This policy tore kids far away from their mother and father lifestyle and identification, often putting them in the situation where they had been handed poorly. Nenda, a younger Aboriginal girl, was lured away from her mother with their promise of apricot jam and candy deal with using as a cruel trick by means of policeman to spirit her from her circle of valuating. She weakened in the origination of my own, unable to speak English, and advised she never see her mother's one more. This burned deep to my as she misplayed her language, her condition, and her feel of who she turned into. To listen to Ninta's story, I used a special approach referred to a diary and Aboriginal was of listening deeply and respectfully, as a defined by using Mariam Rose Ungrooming and diary is a set being still open and linked to the storyteller, feeling and studies. It's helped me experience Nanda and strength without jumping to brief and judgment. I extensively listen to pedagogy of listening and idea from Carol Randaldi, which see listen as a manner to construct a relationship and in reality apparent and someone perspective in general, using something and paying attention to connect to Nanda and emotion of loss and hope and generative to talking notes of reflect on concentration on how her tale of to make my teaching great inclusive. As an instance, when I heard approximately Nanda being taken from her mom, and I imagined to her boring and sadness, which helped me recognize her to mom. Then I noticed approximately how her tale should inspire me to in encompass more individual views in my classroom, like coaching Aboriginal testimonies to histories. Taking notes in Nanda's story wasn't easy at the start. I wanted to recognize at the records of the stolen generation like that and fact due to the fact that show how I used be trained as spouse, but daddy ask you to take a sit with the emotion. Now not simply analyze. That was difficult for me due to the fact that pain. Being told she'd never see her mom once more change into heavy. Nanda tale made me rethink some of my idea. I use as a circle of relatives and renounce were constant glad, but Nanda tales confirm now how ear appeared and can make love one sense like a stranger. This challenge my assumption that Ren always recover. Paying attention to Nanda tales with dietary and Empathy makes me better teaching by meanings for helping me awareness on study voice, especially those who are frequently not it like in individuals, children with the aid of sincerely listen as a Rinaldi suggestion. I can make my classroom an area in which anybody feel a value of instance in a story in dedicating why it's circle or to including original and subculture in training, like teaching their language of histories, so students sense happy with who they are, paying attention to the story and facilitated me hook up with the students and households by showing I caring about their experience. It creates a sense of belong and meaning for children, like individual children who would possible feel and ignores to deliver them technology to by teaching. I might create a story circle circle and stimulate with the add of daddy. It's I'd make like secure space for children to propagation private of culture memories, building acknowledge and empathy, including individual stories, the use of young captive idea, and I add Aboriginal tales to interaction to recognize their knowledge and take one side histories. I take a look at my basis and as a mechanic and in dedicate I admire on my on my aspiration to make sure my teaching consists of each person. This method creates a schoolroom in which all children experience safe and hard, especially those from imagination companies. By listening deeply and respectfully, I as an adult tailor teaching, I can make a factory and area wherein everyone belong. Thank you so much for everyone for listening.